Hi, welcome back to another Gadget report. We continue this March talking about gadgets, of course, and we will be talking about the major or the biggest aircraft currently available, which is the Airbus A380. Um, I must admit, I've got a little bit of a conflicting relationship with this aircraft. In terms of lines, I must admit it's not my favorite. However, I agree it is a massive achievement for aviation, and that's why I dedicated my gadget report of today to the Airbus A380. So come with me, let's find a little trivia about this magnificent aircraft. So let's talk gadgets. Let's talk 380. So this week, as I said, I'm talking about the A380. I've got to be honest here. It's never been my most or my favorite aircraft. You know that is 747. But the reason I think this aircraft plays a very important part in aviation, and it's a very important asset in any airline, especially airlines that fly long haul flights, intercontinental flights such as Qantas or British Airways, Lufthansa, KLM, etc. It's exactly because of its size and because of its environmentally friendly features, which I think is very important. And as I've been saying, airlines worry about this more and more, and they really want to do something about the environment, and not only having fuel efficient aircraft, which the A380 is, they also want to solve other problems in terms of the environment. And I think that's why we see a massive work done by this sector to improve its ratings in terms of pollution, etc., etc. So the A380, I must say, it was responsible for projecting Airbus, through it to its current leadership position, because it became such an important aircraft and so popular, both with airlines and passengers, that obviously Airbus kept on having more and more orders, and more airlines invested in this aircraft, which obviously I think it was a great investment. And why did this happen? Because this aircraft, it was a great solution for the increased growth in passengers, and obviously that increased growth also led to congestion in airports. And if you have an aircraft that has a higher capacity, obviously you will need less aircraft to obviously solve that problem with capacity and get those passengers out of the airport. And if you need less aircraft to do that, obviously there will be less congestion. So this aircraft solved two problems there, and it was great. This was like exactly what happened when the 747 was created. It was also to respond to the increasing flow of passengers in airports. So they created a bigger aircraft, and back then it was the 747. This time around, it was the A380, and I think it was very efficient and very, very good on that. It's two full length decks obviously can accommodate more passengers than any other aircraft. It's obvious. Even the 747 had a second deck, but it was not a full deck like the A380. That is it's a full double decker if you want. And he also, and as I said, he also raised the bar in environmentally standards, because it not only he's more fuel efficient, so it has less fuel consumption. It also has a reduced noise level, and I could testify that because I lived right next to Sydney Airport, and I used to see lots of A380s taking off and landing every day, and indeed the noise is fairly reduced. I'm not saying that they are completely silenced, but it is fairly reduced. So it's all good features there. It's all things that led to the popularity of this aircraft and led to airlines seeing it as a main asset to have and invest in it, and that's why it became so popular. Obviously, being the golden goose for Airbus. Now let's see a little bit of its history and specifications, a little trivia about this magnificent aircraft. As I said, I'm reading my notes and I'm saying all the information that I provided in this video was taken from Airbus official website. I will leave the link below, so if you want to read a little bit more, because they have all the information, all specifications, engineering, everything is there. So if you want to go a little bit further and do a little research there, I will leave the link below so you can also have a look. And here I will just resume, because obviously it's impossible to do everything under 10 minutes. So the A380 was launched in December 2000, and in 27th April 2005, its first flight took off from Toulouse in France. I remember it passing through Sydney as well. It flew all over the world just to kind of test the aircraft and showing it to the world. This wasn't a commercial flight, obviously, it was a test flight, but in 25th of October 2007, Singapore Airlines also flew with it, and it started, actually, it was the first airline to operate the A380 and operated its first commercial flight. The A380 needs less runway. That's another very important thing. It needs less runway both for the takeoff and landing. According to Airbus, it's approximately less than 300 meters less, which is quite significant when you think about a takeoff and landing for an aircraft. Then obviously comparable aircraft. When we talk about these figures, we are always comparing with aircraft that have similar specifications to the A380. It has a lower approach speed, and it's quite remarkable when you see it approaching, and I've seen it so many times. As I said, it looks like it's really coming slow. It's quite amazing, actually. I've seen it many times, and it's really amazing to see the 380 when it's approaching. And it's the largest civil aviation aircraft available in aviation history. It hasn't been one like this. Some say it was all its lines and its design was based on the Airbus Beluga, which is a cargo Airbus that is really, it's like the wild beluga. And some say that the lines for the 380 were taken from there. Who knows? It might be. It is quite a remarkable achievement, I guess, and is operated by 14 airlines, including our beloved Qantas, my dear British Airways, and many more, like Lufthansa and others. And Airbus has delivered 249 aircraft to date. So it is a quite remarkable achievement for this company, and it's a very, very, very beautiful bird to see in the air. And that's all for today. I hope you really liked learning a little bit about the whale, as I call it, our A380. And obviously, I hope it was an enjoyable video, an enjoyable gadget report. If you have any more trivia that you would like to add about this magnificent aircraft, please do leave us a comment. If you have ever flew in the A380 and would like to share your experience, please do. I would love to hear from you. And obviously, if you have any comment to make about my video or any suggestion about any other aircraft you would like me to talk about, please leave your comment below. And please like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe the channel with a little click on the bell so you get a notification of a new gadget report every week. Before I go, I would like to thank you all for watching. See you next week. Thank you very much. Bye.